Okay, so this is bonus video 1. This is about Felon 47. So, if you're not at the speed, Felon 47 is the reason why I don't have my main TikTok account. Felon 47 has been doing a whole lot of shit. And first and foremost, shout out to LA. Shout out to the LA tow truck drivers that are towing ICE vehicles away. Excuse me. Shout out to everybody who was Viva la Resistance to the regime of Trump. For everybody here, if you are a Felon 47 supporter, I'm doing everything I can to resist the urge to call you a racist, alright? And a sexist. And I'm going to explain this because you might not want to hear it or you don't give a damn. And that's fine either way. And I do expect to lose a few more people out of the 661 of you. I give you 99.9. There are videos of this man out here lying to a native girl, telling 3 white men that he's going to be sleeping with their 8-year-old daughter in 10 years. If you can support that shit, you are the fucking problem. Like, literally, you are the fucking problem. Eye to eye. This man, which I found out the first incident was in 1992 while I was still in high school, going down an escalator, telling a grown-ass white man, I'm going to be sleeping with your daughter in 10 years. The girl was 8, and dude was damn near 50-something years old when he said that shit. If you can support that man, there is something seriously wrong with your mental fucking capacity. Now, you might not like what Echo Fan Grey Wolf has to say right now. I don't give a shit. Because this man literally told another grown-ass man who had an 8-year-old daughter with him. We don't know if he looked up the girl's skirt. We don't know what she was wearing. But there's a video out there of him coming down an escalator in 1992 telling a grown-ass white man that, I'm going to be sleeping with your daughter in 10 years when she's 18. I'm not a white man. But I will tell you, had I been that white man on that day, it wouldn't matter how rich this punk-ass bitch was. What would matter is he would not be getting out of the hospital, and he would not have been able to run for the president. Not the first time, not any time, because he literally told me as another white man that he's going to be fucking my 8-year-old daughter when she's legal. And y'all don't seem to think that that's a problem. I mean, if you voted for him and you don't seem to think that's a problem, that's a problem. And maybe you ought to go look at your 8-year-old daughter and then look at somebody his age coming down the escalator and literally telling you, that's a very pretty daughter you have there. How old is she? Oh, she's 8? I'll be dating her in 10 years. Not my daughter. Let me be a white man. No, sir. You be dating my goddamn fist right then, right there on that damn escalator. I'd have been the most famous man in America. It's like, yeah, well, now I'm sitting in jail. Like, what are you in jail for? Oh, I beat up a very rich white person. It's like, but you're white. He's like, yeah. You don't know who I beat up? I was like, who'd you beat up? I beat up a guy who would probably be running for the president had I not put him in a coma for telling me to my face, I'm going to be dating your 8-year-old daughter in 10 years. And he almost being 50 years old. And then on top of that, the Miss Beauty pageant, Teen USA in 1996. And the girls have constantly came out and said he went in there like this. Y'all can see both my eyes, right? It's okay, ladies. I've seen it all before. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. And y'all are supporting this person who's gone after 14-year-old girls and 8-year-old girls, and you're not worried about that Epstein thing? Yeah, this ain't propaganda. I can't stand it, man. I've never denied that. But see, I never had a problem with Trump until the Central Park 5 happened. I never had a problem with Trump until 1993 with They Don't Look Like Indians to Me because his casinos was failing and the Native American casinos was kicking his ass. There's videos on that too. And before anybody says, oh, Echo, you're just taking it out of context. Okay, I'm taking it out of context. Well, you go Google the fact that he had a whole page ad out on 5 black kids that he wanted to be swinging from a tree, from a noose. Go ahead, take that out. Say I'm bullshitting. Go ahead, because it's real. They made a documentary of it of his first term, and he still said that they were guilty. There's news clips that you can find someone bringing that up and him saying, why would you bring that up? Dude, they were proven innocent. And he goes, they're still guilty of something because they confessed. Of course, here's how this works if you're not a person of color. 9 times out of 10, if you get into trouble with the law is going to treat you fairly fucking decent. If you have to be a person of color, if you're black, they're going to scare you into a confession. And if you're a native, well, they're either going to beat the shit out of you or they're going to make you take a Starlight tour with no fucking shoes. But y'all don't know about those kind of things because they don't affect you if you're white. They literally do not affect you if you're white. They don't. And if you're white and you're watching this and I just pissed you off, I did my fucking job. Because if I have to piss you off to wake up your eyes, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the whole 1,000 and you're just not going to like me and there'll be 660 people versus 661. Or there'll be 510 people. Or there'll just be one person left by the time this is over. Which is fine. Which would mean some of y'all just don't want to adjust the fucking truth. I'll say this before because I said this on TikTok, which is probably why my TikTok got banned. He's going to get the right white family because sooner or later there won't be any brown people left for him to pick. Florida just made a statement not too long ago this week that if you look Hispanic, they are going to take you without due process, without giving a fuck about you being an American citizen. But I'm sure nobody's watching these videos gives a shit about what I said unless you're a Felon 47 supporter who just wants to give a half-breed a hard fucking time. How does this hurt me? Oh, well, we're just going to stop watching your videos. Newsflash. I think out of the 660 of you, or 661 of you, maybe 3 people watch my videos. Maybe 3. No one comments, and that's fine, but I can go onto the thing and it can say no views whatsoever, which is also fine. I am grateful to have 661 people here, but I'm also not holding a gun to your head and saying you should watch this video. No, it's the internet. You are fully free to come and go as you please. I just want to make sure that your moral compass actually functions when it comes to a grown-ass man traveling down an escalator telling another grown-ass man that he's going to be dating his daughter in 10 years. Let me have been that white man, and I promise you that would have been an ass whooping that everybody would have knew, because we didn't have technology like we got it now. There wouldn't have been no selfies, but a news crew would have showed up in the aftermath, and while the cops handcuffing me and I gotta call my wife so that my daughter can be picked up while I'm about to go to jail for beating the fuck out of a rich white man. But me also being a white man, I'm probably not going to be in jail that long. And once the cops realize why I did it, he's like, dude basically threatened to rape your daughter. Your daughter's 8. You're on an escalator. And some rich somebody comes down the escalator and says, you have a beautiful 8-year-old daughter. I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. If you take that any other way, then I'm going to fuck your daughter when she turns 18 and there's nothing you can do about it, then you are part of the fucking problem. You allowing a man to tell you he's going to be fucking your 18-year-old daughter in 10 years makes you part of the fucking problem. And for him to not do it once, but 3 goddamn times, twice at rallies more recent to his newer term, you are part of the problem. You literally are part of the problem if you're not thinking about your daughter's safety from a perverted ass man. We're men. All of us men, we think about women all the time. Now, some of y'all might be a little bit freaky deaky and may have that disease. I don't know what it's called, but they think about having sex with children. There is a disease for it. I don't know what it's called, but it is a disease. It's literally a disease. And I'm listening to Pretendian, so I can't Google it right here. But it is a disease. But I don't know the name of the motherfucker, but I'm gonna cut this tablet on. But there is a disease because they have taken many a men to therapy for it before they committed the crime. But there have also been many a men who can't get turned on by boobs, and they only like pre-pubescent girls. They're not gay. They just like little girls. This is a fucking problem. It is literally a fucking problem. And if you have thoughts like that, you should probably seek help immediately before you act on those thoughts. Now, granted, maybe Trump has that disease where he's looking at grown ass men and looking at their 8-year-old daughter and say, "That's a very beautiful daughter you have right there. I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Not while I'm breathing, you're not. And let me have been one of those 3 white men that he told that shit to? Oh no. No, 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 hell no. He would have never ran the first term. Not if I would have been the white man he said that shit to. Not in 1992, where little James here was working at Kegler's and being called chief every day for 3 goddamn years by some white fella who kept playing Achy Breaky Heart, The Thunder Rose, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, and he was like 40-something years old, while I'm fucking 16 years old, 17, and 18, and 19, and this motherfucker called me this shit for 3 years. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Smoke his little cigarettes. Boom. What's up, Chief? How's it going, Chief? Knew my fucking work schedule. And if I was a girl, that would have been harassment by now. But back then, things like that didn't actually exist. But this man called me Chief for 3 fucking years straight. From 16 to 19, he called me fucking Chief on my job. And my boss kept telling him the boss kept telling me rather, the customer's always right. This motherfucker never ran out of quarters. And every damn song he sung, he played that shit. He stayed by the jukebox unless he was smoking. But this motherfucker never ran out of quarters. He was like quarter Jesus. And he would be in there, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, and we ain't going to the Oochie Coochie. And don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, I just don't think you'd understand. Well, I got friends in low places, gonna go on down to and the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. But most of all, the thunder rolls. But there was another song and I can't remember it for the fucking life of me, but I know if I hear it, I will remember it. But those ones that I just sung, 3 fucking years of that shit. 3 fucking years of that shit. And this guy telling me, "What's up, Chief? How's it going, Chief? What are you doing, Chief?" No. So, we're gonna find the name of that damn disease. Well, I can't get this bitch to work. You know, it pisses me off to no end that oh, come on, man, because it's a disease. It's a literal medical condition. Come on, you motherfucker. I hate technology. If I knew it off the bat, I could tell you, but I don't. Which is why Google is an amazing tool. If you can ever get the fucking tablet to actually function. Alright. Come on, man. It's still blank. The pillow thing looked like 2 butt cracks with a thong in it. I'm a weird person, y'all. Okay, I swiped already. Okay. Come on, man. What is the name of the disease where people are obsessed with having sex with prepubescent? Fucking mic don't work. What is the name of the disease where people are obsessed with little girls instead of grown women? What the fuck? Okay, it did it. It is a disease though, but what's the name of it? No, man. I need the name of the goddamn disease. What is the name of the disease that makes men attracted to little girls versus grown women? I know it's a disease. The AI overview is generating. Oh, it's a disorder. No, is that what it is? Because this, I know it's pedophilia. I don't give a fuck about that. But there's a fucking disease for it. It is PEDOPHILIC disorder. You know what? We're going to copy this shit and see how you fucking pronounce it. Because I don't know how to pronounce this shit. Come on, goddammit. Okay. Copy. We're going to find out what this shit is today. Alright, paste. Hold on. How do you say space? Oh, come on, stop. This bitch just went to YouTube. I swear to fucking God, I hate technology. Oh, good. It went to wrestling, though. Okay. Get off of that. Right now, I don't care about any of that. Just go back to what I was doing. Okay. Now, hopefully, we'll know what this shit's called. God damn it. Come on. How the hell do you say it? I know what it does. I just need to know how the fuck you say it. Maybe I should type in how do you pronounce. Let's try that. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. I should say this. Okay. You should not have to work this hard to make a YouTube video. Trigger warning. Yeah, I'm trying to do this. Where's the volume?
I'm a research assistant at King's, and I'm also doing a PhD at UCL. Now, this is quite a controversial and emotional topic for some people, so I have to put a few disclaimers so people understand exactly what this video is about and what I'm trying to acknowledge. Firstly, I'm in no way trying to demean the traumatic impact that abuse can have on individuals. As someone who has worked with both child and adult victims of abuse and who is spending their PhD looking at developmental trauma and child abuse,
this is not what I wanted,
the detrimental effects,
yeah,
psychologically, mentally, and physically that abuse can have on individuals throughout their lives. And for this reason, I have put a trigger warning at the beginning of this video, and I have also attached some helplines for individuals who feel like they need to seek support after this video. Secondly, I am not trying to defend sexual offenders who have caused abuse on another individual. I believe that individuals who have abused others should be reprimanded in the correct fashion through the legal system.
Ditto.
Thirdly, I am not trying to normalize the behavior of individuals with paedophilic disorder. I am simply trying to state the research and the diagnosis criteria so that we can understand the disorder more. Fourthly, this is a science channel, therefore I am not trying to provide any biased opinions. Any viewpoints that I give is that have been stated in the research that I am mentioning in the video, and to be completely transparent, I have attached all of the research that I mentioned in this video in the description below. It is important to understand that a large percentage of individuals with paedophilic disorder have not acted on these urges, and due to the stigma that's been placed on this disorder, these individuals find it hard to seek treatment. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's important to understand the disorder, the research and the diagnostic criteria. A lot of research is biased because a lot of it focuses specifically on sex offenders or convicted paedophiles, and that is a lot of the viewpoints and the research that is demonstrated to the public. So I'm trying to give a better understanding as to what the research is and the diagnostic criteria for individuals who are non-offenders but with a paedophilic disorder. It's also important to know that the prevalence of paedophilia within sex offenders is only 25 to 45%, which suggests that the majority of the people who actually end up acting on urges or abuse children do not actually fit the criteria for a paedophilic disorder. Also, I think it's important to note that a lot of the research I'm looking at is to do with sex offenders, and this is because there is limited research on individuals with a paedophilic disorder who have not offended due to the stigma on disorder, and that means that individuals who have the disorder but do not act on their urges are less likely to seek treatment and therefore be participants in the research. I'm now going to describe the diagnosis criteria from DSM-4 of what constitutes a paedophilic disorder. Firstly, the individual has to be 16 years or over, and the child or children in question have to be 5 years younger than them. Therefore, the child or children will be 13 years or younger at prepubescent age. Secondly, over a period of...
I rest my case. I don't know the name of the damn disorder, but this young lady, it has the name on it. She's Dr. Ava Madison. I'm going to actually subscribe to that. And, maybe he has that. Maybe Felon 47 has that. And I don't give a fuck what y'all say. If I'm on an escalator with my daughter and I am a white man and another white man comes out of his mouth talking about something, I'm going to date your daughter in 10 years. Yeah. He's planning on doing something to my child in 10 years because of this shit that this woman is talking about. Why would you say that to any man who has an 8-year-old daughter? And if y'all ain't thinking that this is a fucking problem, you are part of the fucking problem. This is why I say y'all need to Google Lena Medina. You know, let's see, how does they say this on the Cambridge whatever the fuck? Please show it. Perfect. Where's the word? Because it has pedophile. I don't give a fuck about pedophile. I need to know the name of the goddamn disorder. No, we don't want that. Because like I said, it is a disorder. And she said it. I can't say it. But you know, it is what the fuck? There's a lot of there pedophilic disorder. So there you got that. I'm gonna read it. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it. But pedophilia is a term for pedophilic blah 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 disorder. In the DSM-5, this is a manual that defines paraphilia. God damn it. Paraphilia involving intense, reoccurring sexual urges towards the fantasies about prepubescent children that have either been acted upon or causes a person to be attracted to distress interpersonal difficulties. In other words, this is probably what leads to pedophilia. When you're looking at little girls and thinking, yum, yum. Yeah, that's a fucking problem. And you're going to tell me, Felon 47, who comes down the escalator and tells a white man that, I have to call y'all back. I have to make part 2.